Hi there, Z here, and I'm doing another one of these. I'm doing another self-deprecating fable, and for those of you out there who are new to the channel, since I haven't done one of these in quite a while, and I've had a lot of new subs come on ever since I did my last one of these, it's pretty much a story time. Yes, you'll find out it's just a personal story of mine that I'm saying, but I refuse to use the word story time because that's directly linking me to people who are making that word popular, which is like the trendy fucking vloggers on the front page, and I swear to God, if I ever get linked to one of those type of people, rope's really cheap. So is a chair. So I refuse to call it story time. I call it self-deprecating fable. I know they're one and the same. If a neuron pops off in your head like, this seems like a story time, it is. Just don't call it that. I beg of you, don't call it that. And I'm making this because I was halfway done editing an actual video with effort in it, and I don't know if I'm going to go through with it. I was re-watching it, and I'm just like, this doesn't feel right, which is nothing out of the ordinary. I've scrapped around 20 videos since I started making this channel, just because it's like I get done with it or I get halfway done editing it and I'm just like, this just feels weird. I don't like it, and I usually scrap it. I'm not gonna say that's 100% with this new one. If I don't scrap it, it'll probably be done in the next few days. So if you don't see something in the next few days, it's probably fucking gone. But I decided to reach back in the bowels of my mind about maybe 3 years ago is when this story started. I go to PAX. I used to go to PAX, not all the time because I'm not fucking made out of money. And me in my small town in South Dakota, it's not a cheap venture to go all the way over to fucking Seattle or Houston, I think, or whatever PAX West is. I have no idea where all these go. I always went to the Seattle one. PAX Prime, or I guess they call it PAX West. But I always we went there like 3 years. Me, my brother, and my cousin. And this little interesting sequences of events happened during a pub crawl or a bar crawl. If you don't know what a bar crawl is because you're too young or you don't have enough bars like I do to have one, then it's basically going from bar and then you walk a short distance to another bar, you walk short distance and you just do that for like 6 bars and you have a good time. You meet some good friends, you have some good beers, and I had a fantastic time on this one for the kind of weird reasons. And to initiate it, to have the little champagne on the side of the ship that I'm setting off on, I'm deciding to crack open the finest of malt liquors. Finest of malt liquors. It actually says it right there, Mickey's. Fine malt liquor. Those words should not be in the same sentence together. They really shouldn't. Anybody who is a drinker, stay away from malt liquor. This is for people who have serious addictions and people who don't have a lot of money to spend. Both of them would be me here. So just keep in mind, this is not some sort of piss beer. This is piss beer if it was diluted and saturated in more piss. This does not taste good, but it's cheap and it has a lot of alcohol to it, so let's fucking go. Not bad, actually. Not bad. So anyways, we go to PAX. If you guys need to know, I went to PAX and I was wearing, I don't remember if that was Carl Bertanananaluski that I cosplayed that year, or if it was Gangplank from League of Legends. I think Gangplank was like the first year I went, and so this one must have been Carl that I was, it doesn't really matter. There was this thing out there that was called a Harry Potter bar crawl, and that's the dumbest thing I think I've ever. Pretty much what you do is they gave you a lot of cool stuff. They gave you like a little. I think this is actually the shot glass. It has like a little symbol on it. I don't know which symbol it is because I can't stand Harry Potter. Okay, I'm gonna sound like a dickhead. Okay, before everyone starts trying to send hitmen to me. The last 3 movies were good. When it starts getting dark and creepy and mysterious and adult themed, oh yeah, hell yeah. But I can't go through 5 fucking movies of little kids trying to pretend to play with magic and be like, oh, this is so great. No, it's stupid. I hate it. I hated it. But later on when it got darker, fine. So I went here for the alcohol. That's all. My older brother went there because he doesn't like Harry Potter, but he's okay with it, so he's mainly there for the alcohol. My cousin likes just Harry Potter, not so much the alcohol. But let me explain to you what this is. You get there and they give you swag. They give you the shot glass. They give you, I think it was like a beer koozie that had that had their logo and everything on it. They gave you stickers, bumper stickers, whatever, spray-on tattoos. I don't know what the fuck they gave you because I didn't really care about that. I cared about the alcohol. And what you had to do is in each place, they had to give you a thing to buy, and you had to find someone from a rival or just from a different school, because it was like... I think Hufflepuff is what I was in. I can't remember because I don't know this shit because I don't like it. But I know there was like 4 schools, and each school had to find someone from the opposite school, and then you guys had to buy each other a drink, trying to make it as, you know, disgusting and strong as possible, or as nice and tender as possible. And that's supposed to be you casting spells. This whole thing sounds absolutely dumb while I'm saying it, but you know what? It was fun. It was fun. It was not really for me because I'm not part of the fan, but there was a lot of nice people there. I liked a lot of people, excuse me. So let's say you go to the first bar and the spell list is like a beer. So you had to buy the other person a beer. It was strict on what you needed to buy. And then the second bar, it would be a shot. The third bar, it would be a hard drink or a cocktail, whatever. It was a good time. I had a lot of good time. Met a lot of floozies out there. I was trying to set up with my cousin, but, you know, he's not much of a ladies' man. I know, because I'm also not a ladies' man, surprisingly. But, the fun started at the very beginning. For the very beginning, met a couple of nice people. We were all talking, just chilling around. And we go to the first bar, and the coolest thing about bar crawls, at least in big cities like that, with a whole range of fucking character. From like bike bars where there's just like shady fucking people and all they sell is piss water the entire time, all the way up to like high-ranked swanky stuff. And that's exactly what we went with. The first one was kind of like an interesting looking bar, and it was like a jazz scat bar, and there was a guy that was scatting, and I was like, I kind of like this. I mean, I don't like the music, but this is kind of neat. That one went off almost without a hitch. There were some people that were already fighting because you put the minuscule amount of alcohol in somebody's bloodstream, and I don't know if it's genetics or whatever, but fuck, they just want to start fighting. Everybody knows, anyone who's had a drink or have been around people who drink know that there are some people out there, it's like 2 beers and they automatically say, what the fuck you mean? What the fuck do you mean I'm a funny guy? They pull off a Goodfellas fucking reference. The fuck you mean I'm a funny guy? You think I'm funny looking? Is that? It's like, okay, I don't like where this is going. I'm already pissing in my pants a little bit because you're a behemoth. What are you doing drinking beer if you can't fucking handle it? But anyways, first bar, fine. It was whatever. I bought a beer. The other guy bought a beer. We drank. We said, ha, this is fun. Yeah. And then we fucking split and went off to our other groups that we were automatically with. And, that one went well. We started walking. If you've ever been to Seattle, you know that, hey, they have a homeless problem. They've had a homeless problem for a while. So we've walked through a couple of homeless camps. Why not? Because it sounds like a great time. We're like downtown Seattle. This isn't like the outskirts or anything like that. It was downtown because that's where PAX fucking was. So you walk through them, but nothing really happened. You know, they would have their hands out. They would be talking, trying to get your attention. And look here, I know that I don't live in a big city at all, but at the same time, it's like, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I'm just gonna ignore you. By the way, if you don't want to talk to a homeless man and hear their fucking sob story, you ignore them. It sounds terrible, but they will try to squeeze you for every fucking dime that you got. Believe me, happened to me one time. You only need to be conned once. Anyways, the second bar, completely different. It was very interesting because the first one was and then the second one was it was a fucking punk metal bar, and I'm like, this is more my style. Hell yes. And so you go downstairs and there's not cages, but like the fencing all around to kind of make it look grungier and everything, and there's a lot of good-looking women there. And by this point, I've had like 4 whiskeys in me, so I would never do anything. But just because the menu's there, you can look at the menu, you just can't order anything from it. That's what I've been told. But we go there, find another guy, and this is where the interesting things happen. So I buy the guy, I think the second bar was a shot. You had to buy the shot. And I I'm 4 sheets to the wind right now. I'm just like, hey, are you Hufflepuff? No? Are you? Okay, who's over here? Who needs a person? I'm already just trying to make friends. I'm all over the place. Guy comes up, he's just like, oh yeah, I need somebody. I'm like, awesome, what do you drink? Anything sweet. And I said, okay, I think I got something in mind. It was either sex on the beach or blowjob, because both of them are sweet as fuck. You get diabetes from one of them if you weigh over 250 pounds, believe me. So I go up there and I say, I want a blowjob. And then the girl's like, okay, and just pour it in. And he's like, well, what do you want? And I'm like, doesn't really matter. Just don't make it as sweet as this. And I think he bought me a whiskey apple or something like that. It really doesn't matter what I got. So I gave it to him. We took shots. Like, yeah, this is a pretty fun time. Isn't this fun? Yeah, this is great. I start buying drinks, like beers. And then he's like, no, I'll take care of these two. What are you drinking? I'm like, I'm just going to drink a beer. Because I'm already feeling pretty full force. I'm feeling pretty good. And then he gave it to me, and I'm like, oh, I hate when people buy me drinks, because then I feel like I need to talk to them. All I wanted to do was walk back over to my brother and my cousin and just say, wow, this place is pretty cool. Yeah, you see that chick over there? I wouldn't be dancing like this at a punk bar. But that's the first thing that I think of whenever people dance. And I talked to the guy, I finished my drink, I say, hey, thanks a lot, man, I'm gonna get going. And he's like, hey, are you from town? And I said, no, I'm out of town, I'm just here for PAX, the gaming thing. Oh, you're a gamer. It's like, yeah, I am. And then it's like, I don't know, why are you trying to bring me in a conversation? I'll buy you a drink if you could just leave me alone. I don't want to sound like a dick. I know I sound like a dick. I have grown up my entire life not being as social as I am right now. Alcohol has definitely helped, but before alcohol, I definitely came out a little bit more after like high school and going into college. So it's one of those type of things where it's like, I can talk, I can be friendly, I just don't want to. I'm sorry, I just don't want to. I want to go back with people that I know. And I'm just like, I don't, it's fine. I'm just going to go there. I'm staying here. And he's like, how long are you staying here? And I'm just like, these are weird questions. These are just weird. This guy really does not want me to leave. And I said like, another 4 days or something like that, however long PAX was lasting. And he's like, oh, that's great. Are you lonely? And I said, there's something weird is going on here. I could feel it. I have a certain sense about this. There's I think this guy's hitting on me. I'm pretty sure this guy's hitting on me. Yeah. And I said, no, I got I'm still because at this point it's starting to piece together, and I'm like, no, I got my brother and my cousin over there. And he's like, oh, that's really good. But hey, if you ever want to just, I can't remember if he said have a good time or get to know each other better. He used that real vague pickup line. And then he's just like, call me on this number here. And then he was waiting for me to pull out my phone to make sure to put it in the list. And I was just like, oh, okay, sure. Calculator app. I'm like, I am not interested in this. Feel free to do whatever you got to do for your lifestyle. I am not doing it. It's just not me. I'm sorry. And so he's just, okay, yeah. Oh, I got it saved, even though I just put 345 plus 867 equals blah. That's all I did. And I shut off the phone real quick and I said, really nice to meet you. What's your name? Just to kind of keep going along with I need to make this look real. And I think it was David or something like that. It was really a bland name, like a Mike or a Joe or something like that. And I'm like, very nice to meet you. And I walk over to my brothers and my cousin, and I'm just like, hey guys, did you get hit on while being here? Because I know I did. And it really feels good. Because I'm not going to lie, I'm not a super handsome man, but it's nice. Doesn't matter if you're male or female. If you get hit on, it's like, yes, I am good enough. But that was where the weirdness starts. Being hit on by the person of your same gender when you are, or same sex when you are definitely not that way. It's just weird. Nothing against him, nothing against me. But we leave from that one and we go to a high class bar. What do I mean by a high class bar? I mean every fucking drink was at least $8. A domestic beer was $8 or $9. It's like, what am I supposed to get here? A cocktail. I have never spent $15 on one cocktail before, but I have now. So it was a terrible It wasn't a terrible time. Like I said, everything was really nice. You could hear kind of piano music. I don't know if someone was playing it or it was just over the phones, but a lot of people were talking. It wasn't like super swanky that you would see in a James Bond film. It was just like, okay, this is looking nice. Everything looks clean. People are actually walking around trying to sell you Jello shots and, I don't know, blowjobs behind the counter. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I didn't do anything. I bought my cocktail and I said, does anyone need a drink? And I think it was a woman. Hey, over here. I gave it to her. She gave me, I think it was a gin and tonic, I think. I'm not a huge fan of gin, but if you get good gin like they had there, I don't know what they did making it, but fantastic. Nothing really weird happened there. The weirdness really started at the very end, at the very second to the last bar. Last bar went off without a hitch, don't need to worry about it. This is where things get to the maximum cringe and the maximum just that tense feeling in your chest like, oh, God. Both for me, for other people, and here's where it starts. We get there, and it's in a bowling alley. So we've gone from like jazz club to punk rock club to a high-class establishment, and now we're in a bowling alley. Sure, why not? The bowling alley had alcohol. We had to buy a shot, and I said, this person I'm going to fuck over. I'm going to ruin this person's night because I'm going to buy them. I already spent $15 on a whiskey Coke, so I'm going to make sure that this one, I'm in a bowling alley, so it can't be that bad. I'm going to buy high quality, well, mid-tier stuff, but it's going to be strong. It was a 101 Wild Turkey, and for anyone who does not know what that is, it is a whiskey, and it is strong. That's all you need to know. It was the first whiskey I actually got started with when I was trying new liquors out there. Because there's a point in every man's life where you're just like, I can't drink light beers and malt liquor my entire life. I just can't. There's just something about it. The hangovers suck. Most of them taste like shit. I'm just not doing it anymore. So what this one was is I started opening up at like 23 or something like that. Because I didn't drink until I was 21. Ladies and gentlemen, I strongly suggest, this is a PSA, that you do not drink until you're 21 because that way you get more you get more life out of your drinking. If you start when you're 15 years old and you keep drinking and you keep partying with your cool friends and then you go all the way out while you're 21, you're just like, this ain't doing it for me. Time to go for meth. I know that's a little bit of a over-exaggeration, but it is true. If you wait until the legal age, then that's what happens. You drink and then you're like, this is nice. I could see myself doing this until I'm 60. But, and doing like nothing else, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, that's a ramble that went way off into the bushes here. What I was doing is I was pretty much just, I was gonna get the person a 101 Wild Turkey shot. So I'm walking around like a fucking drunken idiot, like, you guys need a shot? Anybody? And everyone just had a person. No one's saying yes, me. No one's saying, I don't know if alcohol or something was happening, but everyone was feeling pretty uptight, and I'm just like, I need to give this to someone because I need to get a stamp on this little piece of paper that says that I fought somebody here and nobody is doing anything. I don't understand what's happening. And so I asked one of the people who were doing it, and she's just like, just go over there and tell her to give you one. And I'm like, tell who? The person who's giving out the stickers. It's like, well, that's boring, but okay. And I walk over to her and I say, yeah, no one's here, and I bought a shot, so I do you want the shot? And she did one of these things. She was talking to someone, she did, and just gave me the sticker, and I'm like, you want the shot? And I was just like, I feel weird about this. I'm walking around a bowling alley at fucking 12:30 at night. I just want to find someone to share a drink with here, and this bitch is giving me the stink eye. And it's like, okay, I know when I'm not wanted. Took the shot, slammed it down on the counter here. I put my stupid sticker on. I walked over to my brother and my cousin, and I said, I'm going outside and I'm smoking a cigar because I don't feel good here at all. It wasn't just the fact of being shut down. It was just the energy was gone. Being shut down didn't help. Let me tell you that. No guy likes being shut down. But I wasn't asking for anything more but, do you want this shot that I bought so I don't feel like a scumbag drinking my own drink when we're supposed to be sharing? But whatever. I go outside, I start smoking, and you can't help but overhear drunk people talking about stuff. I'm sorry, I like doing that, okay? I enjoy listening to other people's conversations. Sometimes I put in headphones and turn off the music just so they don't feel like I am eavesdropping. But I do. I like it. And when you're around a bunch of drunk people, they don't care. They'll let their shit all the way out. I can't believe you finger banged my cousin. He was my friend. Dude, I didn't mean to. We were both drunk. And it's just like, this is so good. This is awesome. Delicious cigar. I have a lot of alcohol in my system, and now I got free entertainment. But I wish it was something that fun, but it wasn't. It was terrible. Let me open this up for you. I'm standing there with my thickie, my thick cigar, the boom, boom, about 45 minutes worth of smoking. I'm just texting people drunkenly, and I'm just, smoking, and I wish I had a drink in my hand, but it's illegal there, so it's like, I'm just sitting there, puff, puff, and these three guys walk around the front and around a corner, and I'm already standing out in, like, the sidewalk. So they turn a corner thinking that, these other people that are in this alcove over here, they're not going to be able to hear us. I'm fucking right here, guy. And I'm looking at my phone, and I just hear them saying, "Why did you do it?" And I'm like, someone finger banged someone's cousin. And the guy's like, "I didn't do it, dude. You know me. How long have you known me? I didn't do anything." I'm like, this is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. And the more they're talking, the more I'm ramping myself up. I'm like, oh, who did he fuck? Did he fuck his girl? Did he fuck this guy's girlfriend? Are they going to fight? Oh, I'm excited. Because they don't seem to care that I'm right here. Just looking on my phone, but I have fucking functioning ears, and it just keeps going on. Why did you do it? That's what she said, that you did it. Why did you do that? And he's like, I didn't fucking do anything. We were just walking, and we came back. I didn't do anything. Dude, I think you should just go home, okay? I think you should go home and just relax. I don't know what you did, but she's upset, and she's telling everybody that you did it. And he's like, I didn't fucking do it. You've known me for years. And it keeps going on and on and on until the guy says, I didn't fucking rape her. And I'm like, this went from real interesting to either super interesting or really fucking depressing, depending on the kind of person that you are. I still thought it was interesting, but now in a bad way. I still want to know what happened. And the guy, and things just got it's so weird how the energy around you just kind of slows down when something fucking serious has just happened. And they're not screaming. Obviously, they're talking like this, and they're doing this, and the guy, so I over-exaggerated when I screamed it. It was more like, I did not rape her. And it was just like, oh God. And the guy, the two friends were just like, she's saying it. Okay, I understand and I respect the way that you're saying it, but what she's saying, she said it first, and you know what? Things are just weird right now, and maybe you should just go home. Everyone should just go their separate ways, and we'll talk tomorrow. And I'm gonna do a little bit of a disclosure. It's gonna get a little political right now because #MeToo is gonna be coming up, but I knew a guy that got Me Too'd before Me Too was even a thing. Before it was even popular. Like 4 years ago, I think, is when we went on that trip. I knew someone who did it before it even got popular. And you know what fucking happened right afterwards that makes me so irate that I can't even see straight? What fucking happened was, you could tell the guy, it was, maybe you should go home, dude. This is what she's saying. We can't say that she's a liar. She just told us that you raped her. You need to go home. Pause. Beat 1. Beat 2. Beat 3. They didn't do it. And you could tell the cogs are turning in his head. He's saying, how can I also be part of this fucking group who's being not utilized, but like abused here? Because it sounded like he didn't do it. Obviously, I don't know. He just kept saying, I didn't do it. We just took a walk. I didn't do it, yada, 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 over and over again. And now he's thinking, I need a new tactic. Now, he may be feeling overwhelmed, and now those were literal tears. But the way that the beats were, it was like 5 seconds. Boom, tears. It wasn't, I didn't rape her, though. It was, I didn't rape her. 1, 2, 3, 4, cry. and you know that he was just trying to get back in the good graces of his friends who he thought that they would trust in him. If my best friend if someone ever told my best friend, hey, that Zach guy, he rapes people. He rapes kittens and puppies. It's crazy. My friend will say, I don't know who the fuck you are, but I have 3 guns on me right now. Fucking back up. I don't want to see you right now. He wouldn't just automatically just say like, oh, that person said it, so it's true until I've proven otherwise. No, that's not the way it's fucking going. And then he starts breaking down, sobbing, and saying, my wife raped me when I was married, and I never wanted it, and she wanted it, so I didn't want it, and then. And I'm just sitting here just doing, come on, fucking, I'm not putting out the cigar, it was $15. I'm just trying to fucking put the thing down as quickly as I can, because this is no longer funny, this is sad and weird. And you know what? That's just a terrible fucking thing. The whole thing about, hey, this person said it, so it's true until you tell me, or until you prove to me that it's not. It's like, no, that's not the way things work in the real world, okay? In the real world, you have to come with evidence. You can come with as many fucking tears as you want. You have to come with evidence, or I'm not going to believe you. And at that point, I actually had to do something that breaks cigars, which sucks. But if you pinch off the very end of a cigar, you can kind of get that ash, that ember out. I had to do that because I'm like, this is just weird to me. And I couldn't do it. I had to walk back inside and be like, I got fucking shut down tonight. It does not seem I was really welcomed in here, but I'd rather be awkwardly not welcomed in here than listening to that shit show of a circus outside. And he was still at the next bar, so you know the crying fucking worked, which it always does, so sure, why not? Whenever you're in a bad situation, fucking cry. Let's see how far it'll work. If you're a woman, it'll work even better. Fuck me. That switched from funny to really dark and serious. So I'm going to say penis 5 times to lighten this back up. Penis. One more because I lost count. Penis. Okay, now that we have brought back up the atmosphere a little bit more, that was my fantastic story. Now I have plenty of Seattle stories because that entire city, it's a circus. I would hate to live there, but it's fun to visit there. So my next one might be at that. It might be of another story that I remember. I have no idea when I'm going to put out another one of these story times because I don't want to be like one of those YouTubers that makes a fucking lie of a story just so they can be like, check out this funny scenario. No, it's literally just like, oh, I remember that fucking time. I should probably talk about that. And that's what I did right now. So, cheers, guys. Thank you very much for sticking with me, even though it was a little bit longer than all the other ones. And I hope you have a great day.